There we go. That looks a bit better. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start this, and then I'm going to go ahead and talk to my channel, and then we'll get going. Okay, so for those of you tuning in, welcome to Community Coaching with Cow. Like the title says, there will be a giveaway given no matter what. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to do that at the hiatus, probably in a couple hours once we reach our peak numbers. The raffle is dependent on how many how many people are viewing. Let me go ahead and post that in chat real quick. Give me 1 second. Where's my list of stuff? Um, 76 to... So you want to copy and paste that, Zalzin? Just because I know that that's going to get spammed out. Okay, so the raffles are listed in chat. So if we only get 25 or less viewers, I'm gonna raffle off some stickers. 26 to 40, we're gonna raffle off a wristband. Whether it's going to be assault, medic, all those kinds of things. Oh look, cosmic skin wraith, sexy armbands. Oh, and the phoenix skin, nice. Then I'm going to do 41 to 75 as a poster, 76 to 99 viewers is going to be a t-shirt, and if we get 100 or more, I'm going to auction or raffle off a behemoth, or an entire 4 set of hunters, depending on whoever wins, they get to choose if they want the hunters or the monster. Eventually, I will be, in about a month, doing a major event. Please stay tuned. I'm auctioning off a lot of stuff, including a signed art book from all of the developers of Evolve. So stay tuned. It's going to happen in about the second week of May. I'll give you more information as it comes, probably in the next week or so. Don't forget, also next week is going to be the new maps. And let's get this game underway with our Cosmic Wraith. Oh, already got some birds. Okay, so let's see. So doesn't look like he's sneaking. I wish I could. I don't think I saw footprints or not. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes. The caves are a nice little area if you are trying to be sneaky, just because there's usually a good food. And here's 6 meats right here without the fear of getting carrion birds. But I don't think he was actually being quiet. Interestingly enough, the hunters are coming down now. Not sure why he felt the need to abduct, but we'll go. Oh, some reavers and nice more meats over here. So you can still sneak against Daisy. I'm not too worried. Yeah, I really do. Okay. Again, wow. That's funny he got shocked. Normally, abduct... Did they change abduct? Because normally if you abduct... Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of tongue grab. I've been playing a lot of Behemoth. I'm like, tongue grab instantly kills everything, even with 1 point into it. So this will put him really close to actually evolving. Their formation's really tight over here. I'm not a big fan of this. I would like to see the Trapper stay on this little area out here and just pointing where Daisy goes and telling the Hunters to kind of flush it out. So the Wraith is just going to get away. Yeah, there's nothing that the Hunters are going to do. I'd like to see a better split. The Trapper really should have been out here to kind of basically cover all 3 of these entrances and then dome when the Wraith decides to come out. Oh, wow. Is there a dome going? Wow. I'm really surprised. I feel like that the Wraith purposely got domed, maybe. So the biggest thing is to watch out for... Let's go ahead and let's follow the assault today since we're going to be doing some Daisy. Yeah, watch out for that Nomad. That Nomad's really going to start pissing people off in a second. Oh, everyone's all grouped up. Really strong Warp Blast. And Hank might just go down here. There's some healing grenades from Kyra. I'd like to see, and this is why I think holding on to the orbital is more important, because he could have orbitalled himself and saved his life. Anytime somebody uses an orbital when you're not hitting an evolving creature, I feel it's a waste, unless you're using it on yourself to defend yourself. Like, it's a really good deterrent to keep, and now he's just going to keep on trying to focus and get additional strikes on the support. No permanent health damage done. And it looks like the Hunters are kind of struggling to make good ground. So the nice thing is that Dead needs to be really careful. Getting isolated again, and he's probably going to go down in just a moment. I do like that Maggie's putting turrets on this middle platform. I feel that was really good, but I feel like that they probably all could have fought closer to that. Unless the monster is going out around corners and hiding, which he wasn't for the time being, you can be a little bit more defensive, especially if you have Maggie and those turrets covering. But I feel that was a really strong engagement for Striker. But I also feel that Dead did a misplay. He could have either cloaked or used his orbital. But we'll see. We'll see what happens down the road, because you never know. The game can always swing very drastically. So here's a favorite evolving area. Is down in this little section of the map, right up here, or down here. Not sure how I feel about evolving just right there, because they should come around this corner. And again, I'm not sure why they're cloaking. I don't know if they were under attack, but they should be able to go ahead and start seeing him and taking pot shots right now.
Is that your fireman hat, Aiden?
Okay, so Wraith is going to get away with relatively very little damage. Oh, and there's the dome. Okay, so let's see if we can get some permanent damage. Now, right now, I'd like to see... wait, why'd they take the dome down? Did they not think they got it? I'm really confused. He was in the dome, right? Maybe I'm just smoking some peyote. 100% grade A peyote. So I'm not sure why they took that down. I'm thinking that they didn't. I noticed that some people, they'll throw the dome as Daisy or as Maggie. I always call Maggie Daisy. And so they'll throw it, and then they'll pay attention to Daisy. And if Daisy doesn't have a certain reaction above him, they think that he wasn't in there. Maybe that's what it was. And so I'll have to pay attention to that next time.
Hi, you want to watch?
Are you going to watch the monster? Ooh, is that the monster?
What's the monster say?
Rawr. Yep. So he's going back to the cave, so there should be slim peekings. There might be a mammoth bird back here, but there's probably just going to be a few obsidian gruds and reavers, and that's about it. Just because he's already been through here relatively recently. Oh wow, that's kind of lame then. So there's an achievement every time you dome? This game. Stop catering! Okay, so, ooh, nice. Let's get some damage from Hyde, get some fire going. I like that the Trapper's out here. I like that they're keeping pings on here. So they should... Maggie might be able to go ahead and throw out a dome. I feel like she was a little bit out of place. I'm not sure why she's so far out. Oh, now she's going to go. They're going to go back. Probably try and take out the medic, I bet. Yeah. Yep. Good heals. Really good job. And let's see where that Trapper's going. So the Trapper is all by herself. Not sure. So they're doing a 3-1 split, which could work. The support needs to watch out. Oh, did he get bugged out? I'm not sure. Wait, did the whole game get bugged out? I'm not sure what's happening. Oh, he got DC'd.
Careful.
That's a nice water. Well, we're enjoying some fricassee fire, courtesy of, you know, DC's. Poor Striker. He's going to come back into the game and be like, what did happen? Okay, let's see what the AI does with Wraith. Let's see if the Wraith gets any vengeance back. So the Wraith has some good points in the thing, so it might actually, you know, be able to get a... Oh,
Careful, Aiden.
sorry, Aiden's running amok on my lap. So this has been a very unusual game. Almost got it. Oh, AI Wraith. So right now, I'm not commenting too much just because they are fighting an AI. Their grouping isn't terrible right now. Yeah, if this was, yeah, I feel like the dead could probably be taken out with one strike and no Sunny Drone or anything. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Striker. Okay, now, this is your challenge. Should you choose to accept it, Striker, accept the in. Now, once in, win. That's your goal. Ooh, the hunters are right behind, but this might just be the little bit of food he needs so he can start being aggressive again. So, almost full armor. He's got less than half health. I could see this going either way, because a good Wraith can do very, very well. Ironically enough, if the hunters just sat on the relay, I'm pretty sure that they would just win the game. As long as they didn't do any horrible placements. But by following the Wraith is going to be leading them hopefully into some nice traps and maybe abduct somebody into the path of a Dune Beetle and have that Dune Beetle just wrecks things. Okay, so it looks like it's weird that the Assault and Medic are back here and the Trapper and Support are up front. And again, I'm not a huge fan of this cloak dome. I like it, but the problem with Daisy is Daisy will always walk too far away from Maggie that it's really hard to get a good dome off. So let's see what happens. Okay, so there's a dome. There's 10 meters. Oh, 10 more should be close to out. Yep. Yeah, so if you're chasing behind a creature, generally you don't want to throw it unless you're really, really close or you know its traversals are up. Because usually you can say, so if you threw the dome and didn't move, it would be about 60 meters in front of you. So what you want to do is you want to kind of guesstimate how much distance they can put. So a monster with decent traversal and awareness knowing that you're behind, once the dome is thrown, they can probably clear about 20 to 25 meters relatively quick. So if you're behind and they haven't used any traversals, I'd be very, very tempted to not throw it until you're about 10-15 meters or the traversals have been used. But once even two traversals have been used, you could probably throw it when it's about 30 and you'll probably still hit. Yeah, I feel that with Kyra on the team, there is absolutely no need to Cloak Dome. The speed burst from Kyra should be enough for Maggie to be able to go ahead and throw a dome if need be. But it looks like Striker might actually be going for a Stage 3 evolution now. He might not feel confident in his health bar, so he might be going for a Stage 3, which would be really interesting because I feel that, especially on this map, it's really hard because right now you can put a hunter up there, over here, and over here, and as long as you avoid those abducts, it's really, really hard for a Wraith to do good damage unless they get juggled off here and out of line of sight. So, yep, it looks like they're going for the Stage 3. If I were them, I would not fight him in the caves, because if he puts 3 points in a Supernova and they fight him in the caves, exactly where they want him, that could be really, really bad. Okay, let's see if Hyde... Oh, look to your left, Hyde. Oh, you... So close. Okay, and there comes the dome. Oh, 2 Supernova, 1. Okay, so... Yeah, so they really need to fight her outside here. And it doesn't... You might... Nope, you won't get through that. Okay, so here comes the abduct. Oh, haha. Daisy took one for the team. Oh, there's a good cloak. Yeah, now is that you just want to stay away. Good, good. Start punishing using that supernova. Ah, and again that orbital. I would really save that for when the monster is focusing you, because right now Hank is the biggest threat because of that shield. It really hurts the ability to combo, and so I would be very, very careful. Oh, that Nomad doing damage to everybody. Oh, Monix might go down from the Nomad. Nope. A Nomad decides to just eat some grass. Oh, poor, yeah. So if I was Striker, I'd go back into the caves, lead him in there, and start supernovaing them apart. Yeah, definitely. Stay in the close quarters where you can. And there's that decoy just not being great anymore. Ooh, rough. Okay, there, go after Hank. Okay, so Hank should be able to drop pretty soon. Oh, there's there. Oh, a little bit more. And then once you take out Hank, he could be the domino that you need, and then you can go with the rest. So if you can go after, oh, he's just going to take the strike and go. So safe play. I try and see if I can get the hunters to keep fighting me in caves, because that's going to be where you're going to do the most amount of damage. Up by the relay and open areas is going to be a really hard game, especially with Hank's orbitals. Not that they've been doing any defensive nature of any sorts, but going out in the open and they has the opportunity to do that is always, you know, one extra thing that they can do. So we'll see. It is still anyone's game. I do know that Striker is a good monster player, so he could pull this through. But right now it's looking pretty strong for the Hunters, and I have no idea why the Trapper is not at full health. Like, that's especially against like one Abduct, one Warp Blast. Like, almost okay. Good. Now it's getting the heals, I hope. I would like to see. Okay, good. Yeah, anytime you're shooting with Kyra, I'd always like to see you jump or bunny hop. Not necessarily use jetpack, but that way it doesn't slow you down. And so right now, everyone should be covering the crap out of Hank, because the monster is going to be focusing Hank, because Hank is the strongest asset that they have right now. So it'll be interesting to see what his play is. Oh, and here comes the Medic and Trapper. Oh, missed the Abduct. Okay, so now that the team get in here, so this is a nice open area for the Hunters. This should be really strong for them. Let's see if we can do. Yeah, this is a really bad engagement, I think, for Striker, just because there's a lot of open area. Not too many areas where you can knock people into walls. They didn't change Warp Blast like recently, did they? Like, was there a micro patch that went out? Because I feel Warp Blast is doing slightly less damage than normal. I have to see another Warp Blast, because a 3-point Warp Blast seems to be doing a lot less. Yeah, that's not a 3-point. I mean, I know he got shielded or whatever, but that doesn't feel like a 3-point Warp Blast for some reason. Oh. Hank, where's your barrage? Use it on yourself. I'd like to see a little bit more defensive barrages, but yeah, really rough spot for Striker. Really hard area to engage in. Very open. Definitely not what a Wraith wants to deal with. Oh, almost a strike. Oh, and there's the bait going back for it. Yep. Yay, my favorite move. Throw a supernova and then use a decoy so they don't know that that was you. Okay, so let's see. I wonder if he's actually going to try and work his way to the relay, or... Okay, they might be actually going back to the relay now. Which is not a bad move. He has so little health that that's actually kind of smart. Unless they dome in a good area. So, areas that you don't want to dome him back here, over here, in this little tunnel area. Basically, any little small, skinny, narrow stretch areas. This little area is... It's, you know, 50-50. It's not really good hunter. It's not really good monster. So we'll see. I didn't see too many harpoon traps in that last dome. I think that they might all just be doing a little bit of damage. I do like that Monix is using the burst fire, though, instead of just holding it down. The accuracy gets... The reticule gets really large on Maggie. So it's just one of those things to watch out. Oh, here comes Wraith trying to stalk and look for food. They might be setting up for the relay. Yeah, this looks like a relay setup. Yeah, this looks like a relay setup. Ooh, very careful. Okay, good. I'm glad the assault's the last one out the door, so to speak, because if it like that medic could have gotten grabbed and abducted back, and that would have been bad. Nice bait out for there. Although, like, even though he's got a personal shield, I still don't want to get grabbed back there just because, you know, you're fighting on the monster's terms. Oh, where's that abduct going? Oh. Okay, and let's get this going. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and watch the Hank. Let's see what Hank's doing. Nice use of the cloak. Usually what I like to do with the cloak is hover around the same area. Like, so if you fall down while cloaking, go back up because the monster is going to think that you kept going in a different direction. Okay. Medic's doing a great job keeping everyone alive. There's the orbital. I'd like to, I mean, yes, it's going to end up winning the game, but I really feel that in this group, you should really save that only for when when Hank's getting focused. But yeah, like, I don't know. I'll have to ask him what perk he took, because, like, Warp Blast feels like it was doing a little bit of damage. Hey, I appreciate that, Troll. And it looks like we hit 25 viewers. So one more viewer, and the raffle that we do later tonight will no longer be a stickers.
Good game, Monster.
Good game. Sorry about the DC.
Yeah, we were, felt a little bit bad about that. We weren't sure if he was going to be back or not, though.
No worries. Let me go ahead and brief back. But yeah, I definitely appreciate that, Troll. I'm glad that you enjoy the videos. Okay, so it's kind of hard to tell just because Stryker did go AFK and that kind of changed a lot of things. That being said, I feel that with Kyra on the team, you don't really need to rely on cloak doming. I know that you have Maggie, and Maggie's hard to throw domes to begin with, but I would really like to see that cloak to keep somebody alive and used defensively. Same thing with the orbital. I feel that a lot of your orbitals were just kind of used here and there, but if you had them, like when there were a couple of times when you got focused before you got your first strike, I feel that if you had your orbital up, you probably could have just thrown it on yourself, and that way it knocks you away and or it punishes the monster for going after you. So in 99% of the time, I really like to have Hank only pretty much use the orbital, pretty much if on a body camper or to help defend himself. But Kyra was doing a really good job, healing. Good pressure from the assault, you know, always putting the monster on fire as much as possible. I feel that the Trapper was a little out of place a couple of times, that you probably could have been a little bit closer to either the support or a little bit closer to those cave entrances. At one point, the Wraith probably could have slipped by and gone west, but he went back into the cave, so it didn't matter in the end. But you know, good attempt, Stryker. You know, you came back to less than half health, and you still tried to make something of it. So good show, but you know, that DC just really sucked.
Yeah, it really did.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let's have everyone back out. I'll go ahead and list the next group, and then